So my main research topic is to try to understand how come neurons may be able to regenerate in the adult nervous system following injury. From a very simple standpoint, the scientific research is important just because the scientific method itself is important to help you plan your daily life. So the empiric method, the organization that is implied in the scientific method, your ability to analyze data, to interpret, to extrapolate, this is very important. So I think that the scientific method shouldn't be just, let's say, applied by the scientists themselves. It should be something that should be very generalized across society. So there are a number of professions that are totally unrelated to science, but if they would apply the scientific method, I'm really sure that the outcome would be much better than the one that we sometimes see. So this is one possible answer. The other answer is, if you understand how does the world around you works, what are the mechanisms by which things happen, you can intervene in a much easier way. It's not. I like science and the scientific method just for the sake of science itself, meaning just for the sake of knowing how things work. But if you know how things work, you gain the extra power of being able to do things. This is kind of a tough question. I'll try to answer it with a scientific explanation that is very important for my field of research. And I'm going back to Rita Levi-Montalcini. She won the Nobel Prize. I can't remember when, but it was a long time ago. And what she has shown was that the axons, which are a protrusion in neurons, are attracted by cues, the growth factors. And she identified one of these first growth factors that are capable of attracting axonal growth. And this was really central for my field of research. My advice for the next generation of scientists is, first, you really need to love what you do, because it's a tough job to be a scientist. Don't think that scientists live this really cool life and that it's cool to be in the lab. There are times where it's really neat to be there, but it's a job where you really need to work hard. So, and sometimes it's not as rewarding as probably it should be. So you must really love what you're doing. So this is one thing, this is the first thing. And the next thing is plan ahead. You live in a very competitive world, so science as it is today is much more competitive than when I started as a scientist. And what I mean by planning ahead is just make sure that you make the best choices in your scientific path, because that might have a huge impact in the way that you develop your career.